Hello and welcome to my introductory video. I'm Dr. Stephanie Heald-Fisher, but that's quite a mouthful, so you are welcome to call me Dr. H. So, who is Dr. H? Well, I'm married to a wonderful guy named Dan, and we have a blended family. We have 5 children together, 2 girls, 3 boys. Everybody's an adult. 4 of them are married. 3 of them have given us 10 grandchildren. We have 6 boys and 4 girls as grandkids. And the only ones living at home are the 4 dogs, Happy, Puka, Scarlet, and Sammy Sue. So this is a picture of myself and my husband. This is Dan on the left and me on the right, just to be clear. These are our 5 kids. And we have from left to right, Danny, Tanya, Christopher, John, and Lisa Marie. And this is a picture with when we had 7 grandkids. This is everybody and their spouses and their kids, but the last 2 grandkids were not yet born when they had this picture taken, but you can see it was a big group then, and with the addition of the 3 little ones, it's a bigger group now. These are our grandkids. Our daughter Tanya has 6 children, and that's Cameron, Thomas, Gina, Madeline, Eli, and Patrick. Then my daughter has two boys, Benjamin and Nicholas. And then my son has twins, a twin girl and boy, Claire and Luke. So those are all the 10 grandkids. And it's Claire and Luke and little Nicholas that didn't make it into the bigger picture of the big group. We also have 4 dogs. These are as close as I can get for them to all be in the same picture. Nobody's really looking straight at the camera except for the one. In front we have Happy, and then on the right is Puka. He's the one looking at the camera, and he is our only boy. In the middle we have Sammy Sue, and on the left is Scarlet. So that's my family. Now you have names and faces to go with the people that I refer to in discussions at times. My education. I started out getting a BA in Business Administration. I went to a college called Alverno College, and this was pre-internet. I was working full-time at a bank. I was a single mom to 2 kids, and Alverno offered something called the Weekend College Program, and every other weekend you could go to school Friday night, all day Saturday, and all day Sunday, and over the course of 4 years you could earn your degree. So that is what I did to earn my bachelor's degree. At the time I was divorced, and the kids would go see their dad, and I would go to school for the weekend. So that was fun, but well worthwhile. It was a lot of hard work and a lot of sacrifice, but very well worth it. Then I went on to get my MBA. I went to the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. I took night classes because I was still working full-time. I began the program when I was single, and during the program I got married, and that's when we blended the families together. We had 5 kids. We blended everybody when they were teenagers, and we both had full custody of our kids, so everybody got to live with us. And in the middle of all that, I was still working on my MBA. The last degree I earned is my PhD in Organization and Management. It was at Capella University, and it was an online program. So I have been both a residential and an online student, so I understand both. At the time I was married, but the kids were in their late teens and in their early 20s. They were moving out, going to college, that kind of thing. And it was during this time that I owned my own retail shop. So I was running the shop while going to school, working on my PhD. And the reason I share these things with you is because I know many of you are in similar circumstances. You work full-time, or you have a family, or you're a single parent, and you're online students. So I'm just sharing with you that I've been there and I've done that. My work career was at U.S. Bank. I started as a part-time teller and moved up through the ranks, finally finishing as an assistant vice president in the quality administration area. I worked there for almost 20 years. Then I moved on to running a golf resort, which was owned by my grandmother. We had 60 seasonal employees because in Wisconsin, which is where this was located, the golf season is only during the summer. In the winter, it's typically covered in snow. It had a golf course, 18 holes, a sports bar, a restaurant, and a hotel with also cottage units. And we had a lot of banquets and a lot of weddings. From there, my grandmother eventually sold the resort, and so my husband and I liked the area, which was called Door County, and we opened a retail shop. So I ran the retail shop called Bernie's of Door County. And again, I'm sharing this with you so you can see I have kind of a wide variety, but I was doing all these things as I was earning my degree. I was working at the bank when I went back to get my bachelor's degree. I was a personal banker at the time. That's where I was. I had moved up through the ranks, but stopped here because I didn't have a degree, so I couldn't get into management. Once I graduated, I was able to get a personal banking manager position. So that's what I was doing when I was working on my bachelor's. When I was working on my master's, I was the quality administration officer and assistant vice president. So that's where I was when I got my master's. And then when I went for my doctorate, I was the owner of the retail shop. Now I am a college instructor. I've been teaching since 1998. I teach in-person and online courses, teach management, marketing, business, general education courses, a wide variety. And I try to bring my experiences as a student and as my work experiences into the class to try and make the concepts a little more real for you and more applicable for my students. So that's me. I encourage everybody to post your introduction. Be sure you follow the introduction discussion instructions so that you share what we're hoping to learn about you. I look forward to meeting everybody. I'm looking forward to some great discussions in our class as well. Discussions are the place where a lot of the learning goes on in our courses, and your instructors are not the only ones that have knowledge of a topic or experience with a topic. We can learn a lot from each other, and the more you participate in the discussions, the more you're going to get out of them. One final tip: I really want you to reach out to me if you have questions. This is especially important online. I can't see confused looks or raised hands, so I need to know if you have questions. I encourage you to write down my email address and my phone number so that you have it in case you need to contact me and you can't get logged into school to find my contact information. That's my introduction. And if you have any questions, again, please be sure to reach out to me. Thanks for listening, and I'm looking forward to meeting everybody.